red light spot. Ooh, we're live too. Hey, it's Friday. It's pretzel day. I had to go for a run, go help my wife get pretzels for my kids' class. And now I got lighting like all over my face. Here we go. Now we're better. Maybe a little better. Okay. Anyway, hey, happy Friday, everyone. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, and I'm muting my phone because I forgot to do it. And I'm trying to get out of the sunbeam. It's tough. So I want to talk about today. Speaking of taking my kid's teacher pretzels for Friday for his birthday, being a parent in the room, the adult in the room. And it's amazing how many people don't want to say anything. And part of it is, I know a lot of Agile coaches or coaches out there like, well, you can't tell them what to do, and they have to decide what they're going to do in themselves. And they're totally autonomous, and they're totally this and that. And I want to tell a little story about just things I've seen in the past. Well, sometimes you have to step up, be the parent. You have to be the adult. Not that you tell them work harder, but you have to work smarter, right? It's not about work harder, work faster. No, it's work about smarter and less stress. So that's my take on what the parenting part is. So again, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg, Mester Scrum Coach, Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way. So you don't work so hard to produce that value to your customers. So you can get home in a decent time, have some fun, and maybe have some fun and enjoy your pretzel. And then later on, we're going to talk about Virtual Cookie Friday. So today, years ago, I was coaching a company, and I had an executive say, well, what are we worried about? The team said that they can do this backlog, they can do the sprint, and they weren't. Their average of the velocity chart was really low, and what they were committing to was way high. And I had to explain. I'm like showing them. I had the data, empirical data. This is what's going on. It doesn't make any sense. But he's like, but the team says that they can do it. But clearly they can't. The data says they can't. This is not what they should be doing, and it's slowing them down because they feel like they're not getting stuff done and they're stressing out. But I had the argument. He's like, but the team says they can do it. Are they doing it? No. The answer was no. And the guy, and it was very interesting. The manager was very he said he was very data oriented. I'm like, well, what is the data telling you? The data's telling you they're promising about 3 times as much work as they can get done in the sprint, and they've been doing it consistently. And we need to say, no, stop doing it. And I needed the manager to agree with me on that, because the manager would be like, oh, okay, good, you can do all this work. It was like, they can't. I had to have this argument, and I had a discussion the other day, and I was mentioning about the team says, oh, we can do this, but they consistently can't do it. And just because someone says they can doesn't mean you allow them to do it. It's like my son who collects baseball cards. He would buy every baseball card on the planet Earth, but there's no room to put it. He has to do some things. He has to make room for the new baseball cards. So I have to be the parent of the room and said, no, you can't have any more baseball cards. You can't buy any more because you don't have any room, and you just leave them everywhere, and it's getting to be getting damaged, and you can't buy any more cards. So sometimes as a Scrum Master and as a coach, you have to step up and be the parent and say, stop putting so much stuff in the backlog. Get what you got done, finish that. We'll add more if you get the stuff done. And that's the key. But I think a lot of these Agile coaching programs or coaching programs have drummed in it to people that you can't say anything about what the team chooses to do. But you can, and you should. And that's where I disagree with a lot of these training programs and coaching programs. Now, how you do it is different. One, take it from a mentoring perspective. Try to say, well, this is something that has occurred to me, and recommend it. Take it from providing data. I go to enough Scrum teams. They don't do enough of the data. Kind of look at how they're doing so the team can make a judgment and say, yeah, we're only doing 40 points. We shouldn't be saying we're going to do 60 points because we haven't done that in the past 3-4 sprints. So why don't we just bite the bullet, say we're only going to do 40 points worth of work, and let it be so. And if you get more done, you bring more in. Every time that happens, I'm going to tell you right now, every time they do that, the teams always get faster. They never get faster when they always promise more and deliver less. Never, ever get faster. The only time they get faster on those things is when they had so much half-finished work that 3 sprints later, they got that big backlog done because they nibbled out a bunch of work and never really got anything done. That's the only time that ever happens. And you could argue me, well, I'm wrong, but I'm not. I'll tell you that right now. But you have to be the parent in the room. You have to help the team out. Sometimes you have to say, stop it, right? You just have to say, stop it. So I want to share that with you. It's okay. And if anybody says that it's not okay, I'm not saying tell them to work faster, tell them to work harder, tell them to work weekends. I'm not saying that as far as getting the work done. I'm saying work smarter, more efficient, spend less time stressing about what you got and get stuff done, right? That's a big difference between the old way of leading and coaching teams and the new way, which is more agreeable. Work smarter, not harder, not longer, not over the weekends, not in a crazy way. So we as Scrum Masters, Agile Coach, leaders have to be the adult in the room. Yes, they're trying to please you. It's just like a child. They try to please you, make you happy. They think they're doing good, but they're doing bad, right? And they just, it's like, it's okay. Look, you don't have to do that. I'm not asking you to do this extra level of effort. So we just have to do that. I just wish more Agile coaches and Scrum Masters and leaders would take that tact on. And again, it's not about working longer. It's about not committing over committing. So with that, it is Friday. So it's Fortune Cookie Friday. Yay! So Fortune Cookie Friday, the Agile accountants give us a message and a fortune cookie. We open the fortune cookie up to see what the message has to say and see how it applies to what we do here in Agile Scrum or the show or the mission, so on. So I'm going to open up the cookie. There's the cookie. And we have a fortune. Yay! All right, what's the fortune have to say? Let's see. Oh, it's a neat one. Yeah, interesting. Kindness only comes in whole. Kindness only comes in whole. And whole isn't like the whole picture. Kindness only comes in whole. So if you're partial kind, I guess if you're fake kind, it's not good. So that's like a parent wanting to be the friend. Someone put it that way. You're not really being the parent. You're half doing it. And it's not good for everyone else. So kindness only comes in the whole when you really care about how they're working, how hard they are, and if they're stressing. If they are, you have to change it up. Sometimes they're so heads deep into stuff they can't see it. And your job is to alert them of that. And sometimes you have to be like, no, I'm not letting you take that extra commitment. You haven't done it. Don't do it. Just take what you got and let's be happy with that. I'll take the blame. I'll take the hit. If anybody complains, it'll be my fault. They get rid of me. All right. So with that, I say, have a good Friday. Happy scrumming. And remember, don't let your teams overcommit. Sometimes you as Scrum Master, as a coach, have to take the hit, the leader, and say, no, we're not at that level. So with that, I say, have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. Go get a pretzel. These are Philly pretzels. If you haven't seen these are awesome. We just bought 60 of these. Cost me $26. Not bad. All right. Take care. Bye. See ya. Enjoy your pretzel.